Anyway, okay, so I need to apologise, Greg and Nick, because this one's for you, especially that jacket, Greg. Ed Balls has admitted his appearance on Strictly is nothing more than a midlife crisis. This week, Roman Abramovich raced his fleet of supercars around a racetrack, sure sign of the male menopause if ever I saw one. All we now need is for David Cameron to start speeding around the Cotswolds on a Harley to confirm what I think is undeniable. Of course, the midlife crisis has been around for years, but I think being a man is getting a bit more difficult. Feminism at least gives women a cause. But what are men good for these days? Procreating? Well, that's not as simple as it used to be. Breadwinner? 40% of women now earn more than their men. Changing light bulbs? LED light bulbs last at least 20 years. Don't get me wrong, I'm delighted Ed's on Strictly, but I think his midlife crisis is a sign of the times. Surely there's more these men could be doing than making a cha-cha-cha chomps of themselves on national TV. Careful, Greg. In that jacket, be careful.
I think I've been quite unfair to Ed Balls. It's pretty clear why he went on. He was seen as a pretty hostile politician who wasn't very friendly to anybody, and actually he's not like that, and he's obviously determined to do that. Secondly, he hasn't got a job because he's chairman of Norwich City Football Club, I think, but apart from that, he hasn't really got a job, so he's decided to go and earn a bit of money on Strictly.
You don't think
I do hope they'd play Great Balls of Fire. It would be a shame if they didn't.
Very good.
I don't think it's just about midlife crisis. I think men have a crisis at all sorts of times in their lives. But there's certainly age is scary. And, you know, I went to my knee specialist the other day. I said, do you think I'll be able to do the marathon? Because I thought, and he looked at me as if I was nuts. He said, are you joking? Are you joking?
Nick, are you having a midlifer? Continuing one?
I don't think so. I think hopefully...
Have you got a Harley?
No, I haven't got a Harley.
You got a tattoo?
Have you got a 17-year-old girlfriend?
All right, I've got a Harley, I've got a tattoo, and I've got a 17. None of the above. I mean, yeah, right.
You wish.
Yes, I can't imagine how I'd ever pull a 17-year-old girlfriend. Coming back to what you were saying, so you actually then have a degree of sympathy for blokes?
I do.
Because...
I just think it's
the halogen light bulbs. Yeah. That's about all I can do is change light bulbs.
The problem is we are still expected to change. I've never changed a light bulb. It's not what I do.
You're kidding me.
No, most I break it or it goes wrong or something.
Have you changed one?
Yeah, all the time.
I inherited a talent for do-it-yourself from my father, who called out when we first got a television, it went wrong, and they called them out and they plugged it in. And I have inherited that talent, and my son has inherited it from me. So, you know, some people can do certain things. It's not one of the talents. But I just think people are scared of getting old. And as they get older...
But don't you think men are more so, though?
Oh, yes.
I mean, they start doing all weird things when they get to a certain age, don't they?
Do you think it's all it has to be a demonstration of virility?
I think so.
The cars,
yes,
the dancing,
the young girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Hugh Grant is now really interested in classic cars, and I remember somebody came up with a brilliant word for the male midlife crisis, which, as far as I can see, starts in their 20s and just never ends anyway.
Yeah.
Why aren't we allowed a midlife crisis? But it's the menopause.
Yes,
it's when they buy a extension type car, and they start wearing leather jackets.
Yeah, I bought one of those. I bought
You
one
probably
of those.
didn't.
I bought one that I then found I couldn't. I bought a garage as well to put it in. I found that actually the car was too wide for the garage. So, yeah, I could get in, but I had to have a soft top because otherwise I couldn't get out.
I wish I had a picture of that. Greg Dyke climbing out of his
the garage. Oh, lordy.
Michelle, what do you think?
Do you know, I'm trying to work out what I think to this. And on the one hand, I want to absolutely get stuck into guys and jump on this.
No, we still love them. We're not getting stuck into them.
So there's a one hand of me that wants to get stuck in. Then there's another part of me that thinks Ed Balls, middle-aged guy on Strictly, and we're all saying he's having a midlife crisis. But if a woman, his politician equivalent, like Anne Widdecombe did it, no one was saying about Anne Widdecombe, or she's having a midlife issue. And in all seriousness, I do think that there is a bit of a societal challenge at the moment in terms of
male bashing.
No, just in terms of the role of male-female as completely just being thrown up in the air.
Yeah, and we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, what a woman traditionally used to do, what a man used to traditionally do, that's all kind of gone. So what we're all trying to do now is find out who are we, what is our role, and I do think it is quite challenging for the man and also for the woman, because traditionally a woman would be expected to raise the kids and stay at home. Women often don't want to do that anymore, and that is changing the family dynamic. So I think it is quite a complex societal thing that's going on.
I think it's a bit scary when you've got Ed Balls in spandex, though.
Well, I've got to say, that's not an image that I necessarily want going onto my retina, no, but if that's what he wants to do.
I think that society, you're right, that men have lost control and haven't necessarily replaced it with a role or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a huge amount more latitude is granted to men when they let their freak flag fly after a certain point than it is to women.
I agree.
You know, all the men having babies in their 70s and you know, buying fast cars and running off with far younger models. When women do the same things, people are so much harder.
So judgmental.
My dad,
come on, admit it.
My dad used to call Saturday Man's Day. Now, I don't know one man who would dare go home and say that today. That's
Man's Day.
I love that.
God, I wish you hadn't
go and
said
watch the
that, Greg. You'll
football.
give people ideas.
Sit in the shed.
Every day is Man's Day.
Yeah, I know. Well, we've heard that for years. But in your case, is that true?
No.
No, I don't think in any of your
I think it's
cases.
Rachel's day.
Every man should have a shed. Shed is a fantastic.
Oh, yeah, a man shed.
Do you have a man shed?
Yeah, kind of a shed. Yes.
What to go and do
Or a
man
garden.
What do you
things?
do in there?
You just look at power tools. You
You
just
look at
plug in
photos of Michelle
drills
Moan.
and leaf blowers and things like that, and just things that go like that. Yeah, every man
I've
should have a
got a
shed.
tractor.
You've got a tractor.
I've got a tractor, but I've got to tell
This
you,
is
no
going
one will let
somewhere
me
else.
drive it. I've also got one of those things that
Leaf
chops
blower.
wood. You know, no.
Trimmer.
I'm thinking a chainsaw. I've got a
Chainsaw.
chainsaw. Somebody bought it for me for Christmas one year, and in my house they all thought, "You're mad."
It's like having a
They're
box
letting him
of
have a
toys.
chainsaw.
It's like boys' toys.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
see,
see, you're allowed to have
what
your
I'm
toys.
saying
What are
is
the girls'
completely
toys?
true. You two are
We have
proving
hair
that.
A
straighteners.
shed.
Yeah,
You're
well,
not coming
it's
to
not
my
quite
shed.
the same.
You're
No,
not
I'm
coming to
never
my
coming
shed.
to your
I
shed.
just got an image of you wearing your pastel jacket outside his shed, chopping down trees with Putin in the background, barebacked on a horseback.
Anyway, okay, so we've got one case of a menopause over there, and in the case of Nick,
word.
perhaps someone who's protesting a little bit too much.
we got a glitter
But the big question, surely, is this. Come on, fellas! Look at him.
Oh, well, you don't ever go on
Okay,
Ladies
so
have
you have to
natural rhythm.
answer. Come on, Greg, strictly.
Not in a million years.
Oh, yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't do it
What,
in a
do it?
million
Yeah.
years.
Oh, I'd love to. It'd be
You'd
hilarious.
love
Oh, in a
to.
heartbeat, yeah,
Oh, well, then
absolutely,
you
in a
heard it
heartbeat.
here first.
Yeah.
Nick Ferrari,
Yeah, in a
next
heartbeat.
year on Strictly. What about you two? Would you do it?
Definitely. Hell yeah.
Rachel?
I don't want to seem as if I'm available.
Okay, of course. You're playing hard to get,
Hello,
darling.
they're talking to her. They're talking to her for the next series.